Hey, this is Rob from JTRpodcast.com. I just want to do a quick overview of the Chaotic Evil expansion for Covil, the Dark Overlords. This game adds some new rules, it adds some new stuff to your game. So you've got the Dark Overlords, the Power Relics and the Sinister Plots. I'm not going to show you those because, well, for one reason I've mixed them in with my others I got in the base game, but also they're just the same, but obviously different. We want to look at first at the Epic Mercenaries. So as you know, in the main game, standard mercenaries have 1 diamond on the back. Epic mercenaries have 2, and so they've also got a slightly different back there. They look quite similar from a distance, but they are different when you look up close. And what you do is you're going to take 24 of your standard mercenaries. You're going to shuffle in 24 of these underneath them, so these are going to come later on in the game. You're also going to play 6 rounds instead of 5, so you get an extra round to activate them. And as you can see, they are quite expensive, but they are very powerful. So this one's 14, but has a 7 ranged attack, which is really, really strong. That's going to be hard to stop. And you can see they've all got the standard references and stuff. But they're all more powerful, and they're great. They were very good. We enjoyed those late on. When we got them late on in the game, that was good fun. We started stomping around with them. This game also adds the Destroyer, which has a meeple of its own. If I can just grab that. So there you can see that. That is the big dragon meeple. When you're summoning creatures onto the board, you can pay 3 gold to put this guy on. He doesn't count towards your limit. So you can put him on as well as your other meeples, which is good. He's got his own stats as well, so he's got a bit more attack than your basic units, your cowardly goblins that you start with. And then, apart from that, he's considered a troop in every other way, and he counts towards your limit. He doesn't count towards your limit, sorry, but he does count towards 2 for when working out the control of a region. So if I can get the board, just hold this up here. So this would normally be 2, and now that would be 4 in the desert region because I've got 4 power. So they're really powerful. They do cost 3 gold, which is 3 gold you can't use to recruit another mercenary. But you can get them first turn, and he can stomp around the board, killing stuff, which is good. Another thing this expansion adds is the Dark Ritual, and everybody gets one of these cards. They've all got a back, depending on your player colour. And quite simply, if you activate 3 power relics of 3 different terrain icons, you can restore your fortress back up to 5 hit points, even return it when it's destroyed. As far as I'm aware, this is the only way to return a destroyed fortress, so that's quite powerful. And I know I said I shuffled the Sinister Plot cards in with my others. Well, I haven't, because they aren't in the base game. They are part of this expansion as well. So these are the Sinister Plots. This is what the back of the card looks like. The front looks like this. And basically, these are just tasks to complete. There's more of them, obviously. I've just got an example here. So this one says, receive a protection fee for having dominance over forest zones. So if you control the forest, you can cash this in and draw a power relic. As you know, power relics are very powerful. They give you abilities. Or they can also be cashed in for money to recruit a mercenary. So there's loads of those. So you can take an action to repair an HP of your fortress, and then you can draw a power relic. So these are all really good. These were very nice. Obviously very simple. Doesn't add too many rules. People can read that and know what that means, and they know they can draw a power relic. So yeah, it's very good. We played with all of these in the games we played so far. The only one we didn't use was the Dark Ritual, but I think there might come a time when we're a bit more advanced and we're a bit more aggressive, when we're using the Outpost expansion to build outposts, and then getting these big level 2 guys to come in and stomp each other's fortresses to stop them getting that 5 points. And that's a big 5 points at the end of the game if you've still got your fortress alive. So yeah, once we get better at that, we will be desperately using these Dark Rituals as much as possible. But yeah, overall, a recommended expansion for me for Covil the Dark Overlords. That's the Chaotic Evil. Have you played with this expansion? What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. You can like, share and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at JTR Podcast. Support the channel at patreon.com/JTR Podcast. And find the blog and the podcast at jtrpodcast.com. I've been Rob, aka Jesta the Rogue, and I'll see you soon.